Medfield, welcome to the newest editions of Happenings in Medfield, and particularly Happenings at the Center. And with me on my left is my usual guest once a month is Roberta Lynch, who's the director for the center. And she does all kinds of great jobs, and she'll tell us everything that's going on at the center this summer and maybe even until the fall. So Roberta, let us know what's happening.
All right, well, it's good to be here again, Ann, with you. And what a day, huh? It's gorgeous.
Perfect.
We have our cookout coming up on Wednesday, and fingers are crossed that the weather's going to be just like today, which will be wonderful. So a couple of things are happening, and I want to thank publicly to Neil DeRoss, who recently resigned from the Council on Aging Board, and he was a board member for 11 years. And he started in 2006, and I really appreciate everything he did for me, for the Council on Aging. He was always so calm, had so much common sense. I say he was a stabilizing force at some of those board meetings when they could get a little animated, and just brought everybody back into reality. So Neil did a wonderful job, and I really appreciate everything he did for us, and I want to say thank you for his service, very much so. Which means, actually, for anyone interested, that there is an open position on the board, and you know, we'd love to get someone in there who has kind of interest in the aging process and services and programs that help people have a quality of life as they age. So if anyone's interested in, you know, that area and would like to participate with the Council on Aging, from Evelyn at Town Hall, you need to submit a letter to the Board of Selectmen of your interest, and also send a copy to me so I can pass that along to the board, the current members. So if you're interested, definitely get those letters of interest in. It's a great department. It's very active, and we try to be innovative with our programming, and so always looking for new ideas, new energy, and so definitely give it some thought, and hopefully someone will be interested in filling that position. And
when do they meet, Roberta?
So currently we meet the first Wednesday of the month at 11 in the morning, and I know that it might, for some people, might be difficult, but at the time when that day and time was set, it just was most convenient for the current board members, but that's when we meet. Yeah. And our meetings, they don't go on forever. They go maybe, our longest meeting is probably an hour, 15 minutes, and sometimes like June, it probably went on for like 25 minutes, just going through programming. But there's more involvement in the fall when we're doing our budget, when we're looking at, you know, if there's a capital budget request we want to put into the town just to maintain the building, which I'm going to jump off of that, so get your letters in, but the building looks fabulous. It was painted about, probably now 4 weeks ago. The interior was painted except for the classrooms. Really looks beautiful. And most recently we had the vinyl floors stripped, waxed, and buffed, and the windows washed, and the rugs cleaned, and it just sparkles in there. It looks really wonderful.
Great.
So yeah, I'm happy about that.
Neil DeRoss will be hard to replace, though.
What's that?
Neil will be very hard to replace.
Oh my goodness, yes. He was fabulous, so I really appreciate all he did, yes. So talking about the summer schedule, what we have, well, summer for us is, it's often a very social time for us. People may have heard of our cookouts that we have. We have 5 cookouts this summer. And I threw in a potluck supper if anyone's interested on July 5th, which is coming up next week. Celebrate the 4th on the 5th, and just an evening, get people out the summer. You know, if it's very hot July 5th, we're certainly very well air conditioned, and it's just a nice way to spend the evening. We're asking people to contribute either a main dish or some salad, whether it be tossed salad, macaroni salad, potato salad, whatever. And the Council on Aging is going to provide strawberry shortcake for dessert. So it should be a very relaxing sort of get together for people. So keep that, maybe mark that on your calendars. So we have coming up, we have Gary Highlander coming to our center this summer. He's coming on Monday, July 17th at 10:30 and Thursday, August 17th at 3 p.m. And he is coming to us through Thomas Upham House, Rehab Associates. They're sponsoring him at the COA. And he's going to be talking, the first talk on July 17th, he's going to be talking on the Constitution, and on August 17th, he's going to be talking on the Bill of Rights, which are, you know, very interesting. And Gary Highlander, if no one's heard him before, he's a great speaker. He has no notes ever, which amazes me because I need my newsletter to tell you what's going to happen. But and the information just is in there, and it just comes out of his mouth. And not only is he knowledgeable, but he has a great sense of humor, a great speaker. So he does have a big following, and they're called Gary's Groupies. So if you're interested in that, just give a call, or better, come in and sign yourself up for that program, because we want to have enough chairs for people.
July 17th, you said, I think.
Yep, July
Okay.
17th at 10:30.
Have to remember that.
Yep, and August 17th, a Thursday at 3 o'clock. So also, you know, you get out of the heat, you come into a nice cool building, so which is great. So we have two interesting groups. We have the Romeo and the Juliet groups. And the Romeo obviously is for the men, the Juliet obviously for the women. But the men are scheduled to go out on Friday, July 14th. They're going to go to JFK's birthplace and then out for lunch. And on Friday, August 18th, they're going to tour the Harpoon Brewery in Boston.
Oh, that's fun.
Followed by lunch at the No Name. And the Juliet have, well, they just had a lovely tea this past Friday, and Michelle Feinsilver, the president of the Medfield Garden Club, was there, and she is putting together a summer read for the Juliet ladies, and they're going to be reading Circling the Sun. And then on Friday, August 4th, we will go to Michelle's house, and we will have a discussion of the book, and then lunch at her house, followed by a tour of her beautiful garden. So that will be an interesting, kind of an interesting summer program, you know, with the tea this past Friday, and then the reading of the book, and then the discussion of the book on August 4th.
What's the name of the book again?
Circling the Sun.
And what's it about?
Kenya.
Oh, I have no idea. Okay.
Yep. On Friday, July 21st, I wrote in the newsletter that we will be boarding the bus for a trip to scenic Mendon, Massachusetts. And there's apparently a very wonderful surf and turf restaurant out there with outdoor seating, you know, just one of those casual restaurants. And so we're going to go to beautiful Mendon, a lovely community, and try out George's and see if the reviews, if it's as good as the reviews say that it is. So that's on Friday, July 21st. Then, so one of the programs we have coming up is, so I'm not a very big museum person, because when I go into a museum and I look at a picture and then I look at another piece of artwork and another piece of, then they all just kind of blend together, and I can't really tell the difference. And I don't know if there are a lot of people like that out there, but we have a class that's starting on July 5th on Wednesdays from 1 to 2. And the name of it is, you don't have to be a connoisseur to enjoy the arts. So I think I should be the first one to sign up for this class, honestly.
I could be right behind you.
You know? So Jerry Ciansolo from Medfield, he's been a volunteer at the center forever and has had his Minds in Motion classes, which are so well received. But he is the instructor for this class, and it's a 4-week workshop. And you'll be introduced to a variety of artworks with discussion. And he's very much in favor of getting people to give their opinions. And so I think it'll be, everybody loves his Minds in Motion class, so I'm sure this is going to be equally as wonderful. So if you're interested in that, definitely sign up. It does start next Wednesday. I know it's been in the newspaper advertising the class the last couple of weeks. There is a $20 fee for the class, and it is limited to 15 people. So
$20 per week, or for the series?
The whole class, $5
series,
a class, yep. So limited to 15 people, so definitely if you're interested in that, it should be fun. Another way, and I keep saying this, but to just, you know, to just get out of the heat, if we do have a remainder of the summer is going to be hot, so it'd be great to be at the center.
Yeah, that'd be interesting, because I could never understand the joys of a Picasso or Monet, any of those. They're big blocks of color and squares and diamonds, and I think, why are they worth millions of dollars?
Right.
Well, I could do that.
Yes,
and I'm no good at all.
I say the same.
I've never understood that.
Yeah. You know, one of the things we have to, we show movies at the center. Most COAs do that also, and I just want to thank Joan Lee for probably 14 years. She's been running our movie program, and coming up for July and August, she's going to be showing Hidden Figures, Zookeeper's Wife, Barney's Version, and A United Kingdom, and they're all listed in the newsletter. And I'm happy to say that the newsletter is online.
Oh, good.
I got June's online now. I have to get July and August online. So
it's almost here.
I haven't actually learned how to do it. A website manager got it up for me, which was great. So
who does the website?
Webasaurus, Chris Hauman.
Okay.
He takes care of our website.
That's great.
So yeah, so I'm thrilled. So we'll see. Let me get July and August up. I'll tell you in September if it's all
if
good.
It works.
Yeah. So what else?
I don't know what else.
Well, you were gonna. Oh, I know. Since I am an absolute fan of ice cream, unfortunately, on Monday afternoons, if anyone's interested, I have 3 dates scheduled to go out for ice cream. July 17th, and we'll be leaving around 12:15. July 17th, we're going to go to Crescent Ridge in Sharon, which is, their ice cream is like this. Oh my God. And Monday, August 7th, Bubbling Brook, wonderful. And Monday, August 21st, Spruce Pond in Franklin. So 3 different places for that summer treat.
Yeah, Bubbling Brook is part of my family's history.
Oh.
If they behave very well, on a Sunday after supper, we would go for a family bike ride. And if they were good, we'd all go to BB.
Ah.
And they still remember BB on Sunday evenings.
Oh, nice.
It's a very favorite memory.
Yeah. Yeah, the good ice cream. Back a few years ago, we did an ice cream kind of survey. No, survey isn't the right word. A taste test of ice cream. And we went to 6 different ice cream establishments. Everybody who participated had to get the same ice cream at each place we went to.
Chocolate.
And then we actually rated, and I'd have to go back to my notes, but Bubbling Brook was up there for 1. And Crescent Ridge was a chocolate chip, I think, over there. You know, we had like the best ice cream. That was really a lot of fun. That was a good time. All right, so let's move to this page. So we have some, we call them mini trips for the COA. That means we just use our 14-passenger bus, so we're only limited to 14 people on these trips. And Monday, July 10th, Bill will be driving down to Twin Rivers for anyone who is feeling lucky that day, and maybe they'll come home rich or not. Monday, July 24th, he'll be going to Castle Island, which is always a treat.
That's a fun trip.
Yep, when weather's good. Monday, August 14th. So we have 2 Castle Island trips, July 24th and August 14th. And then Wednesday, August 16th, we will drive into the North End and meander around those small streets and go out to lunch. And then on Tuesday, August 29th, we'll go into the Museum of Fine Arts. So few mini trips scheduled for the summer.
That's a nice variety. I like it.
Yeah.
Something for everybody in there.
Yep. We do have our cookouts, and we have a cookout this Wednesday, and we have the Toon Timers Swing Band coming in. We also have a cookout on July 12th with a DJ, Tad Travis. Mr. DJ will be there. July 26th, we have another cookout, and we have a little country music going that day with Joreen Lang. And then on August 23rd, I think I mentioned to you, we have that large 18-piece band, Old Kids on the Block, will be at that cookout. So, you know, that's a pretty full schedule, and I'm happy to say that all our cookouts have been sponsored. And coming up, we have the Medfield Fire Department sponsoring, we have Memo sponsoring, Marianne Morse and Roach Brothers sponsoring. Home Instead is sponsoring the cookout on this coming Wednesday, and J&M Home Healthcare sponsored our first cookout a couple weeks ago. So it's really nice to have the support of organizations like that. And
I was just thinking when you said it was sponsored by the fire department, we'll have a new fire chief soon.
Yes, and what a wonderful get-together that was for Chief Kingsbury the other day.
He would never have come for anything fancy. Bill
It
would
was
never, ever.
just perfect for him.
It was.
It was a lovely, and those chocolate chip cookies were delicious.
But it was nice because everybody could drop in. You didn't have to dress up. You didn't have to
it was
bring
very
gifts or
casual.
anything. It was just come and say goodbye to Bill and wish him good luck.
Yep.
I hope he enjoys retirement.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He
Sure.
has grandchildren now, so he'll
Yeah,
have more time for that.
That makes a big difference. You know, you want to spend time with your grandkids, so it's wonderful. So a couple other things. We have a trip scheduled to, oh my goodness, the residents at Valley Farm. It's an assisted living facility in Ashland. And so for some people who might be dealing with a loved one who is taking more time to care for, and you may be thinking of another type of living arrangements for them, this might be an opportunity for you to for people to go look at an assisted living facility to see what they're like. And this is in Ashland, and we'll be going tentatively scheduled for July 20th, leaving about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. And just go take a look. And I always say that it's a lot more comfortable to go look at communities like this if you're in a group rather than individually, because you know they are in business to make money and they do try to sell what they're offering, and it's just less pressureful if you're in a group, I think. So if anyone is out there in the community and is interested in going with us, please just definitely give a call and we'll put your name on the list. And we've added an afternoon of music and dancing on August 9th from 12:30 to 3:30. The Toon Timers Swing Band will be there just for people's listening pleasure, dancing pleasure, whatever it might be. And we ask for a $4 donation to help with the cost. And our friends group is really great. They support a lot of the they support all the entertainment at the cookouts and this extra afternoon of music. So Fosse does a really wonderful job for the COA, so we really appreciate what they do too. And Fosse is always looking for you know, people who are interested in supporting the Council on Aging through their efforts, and they're really our fundraising arm. And they help with things that we need in the building. So if you're interested maybe in Fosse, definitely Bob Heald, Nancy Gerstel, Sue Monroe, Jane Timmerman, they would love, Norma Barr, they'd all love you know, your help and participation for sure.
And Fosse stands for?
Friends of Medfield Seniors Incorporated.
Friends of Seniors.
Yes.
Because a lot of people have no idea what it is.
No, I know, but it is the friends, like the Friends of the Library, Friends of Seniors, yeah. So we have a couple of trips coming up, big trips, not a mini trip, and the big trip is the big 55 passenger coach bus. Wednesday, July 19th, we do a day trip to Block Island, which is it's just really beautiful there. I was there once 2 years ago when I went on the trip, and really very pretty. Have you been there?
Yeah,
Block Island?
one of my bridge groups went with our husbands.
Oh.
And we rented different places, and the day trip there, it was wonderful. We spent 2 nights there and
Oh,
toured the
very
island.
nice.
It was fun.
Yeah, very
Really
quaint.
was
Very
fun.
quaint. Yeah, very quaint. Wednesday, I just sold this out, so I don't even want to say it, but Wednesday, August 9th to August 11th, we have a 2-night trip to Montreal, and I just sold the last 2 spaces before I came here. So that's great. We have a big bus filled. That's wonderful.
Yeah, we went up there for the Montreal Marathon.
Oh, yeah.
My husband was a member of the jogging group in Medfield, and quite a few of them used to really run distances. So several of them were in the Montreal Marathon, so we all went up. We hired a bus from Medfield.
Oh,
And went up together. It was great.
Yeah, fun time.
It was a great time.
That was a nice group. I remember them from the FAF Center days. Yeah. Thursday, September 7th, we have a trip to Vermont to check out a couple of their wineries and have lunch. And then Thursday, September 14th, we do have a game into Fenway, the Red Sox versus the Athletics. It's an afternoon game, doesn't happen very often. But we have the bus, big bus will pick us up. Yep.
That would be fun.
And you know, we were talking about this last week. So the ticket's $89 a person, but you know, we were talking about the cost. Like, by the time you drive in there and you pay for parking and your ticket, you're probably at $89, you know, if you were to go on your own. So this way you just can sit on the bus, get you in there. We're going to get in there for batting practice and enjoy the game, and then have a ride home. You don't have to worry about your car or parking or driving or anything. So
I could go even though I would be rooting for the A's?
sure.
Probably killed on the way home.
Maybe.
The A's go back. I grew up in Philadelphia, and the Philadelphia A's were the beginning. Connie
Oh.
Mack was a good friend of my grandfather, and he's the one that started the Philadelphia A's.
Uh-huh.
So I always keep thinking of the A's. The Athletics are still Philadelphia, deep in my heart. They are.
Okay,
We
I
went
got
to a
it.
lot of games.
Yeah.
We knew Mr. Mack. He would come visit my grandparents. He always wore a hat, always had a fedora on, and a suit jacket on, and would tip his hat when we came
Yeah,
in. And
yeah, yeah.
we had to curtsy a little bit in front of Mr. Mack. But it's good memories.
Yeah,
so
I'm
the
sure.
Philadelphia A's, the A's to me are always the Philadelphia
Well,
A's.
you absolutely can sign up and go, and we'll just put some bubble wrap around you.
I'll need it.
And then we also have a trip in October 12th. It's not in the newsletter. And that's to Webster Lake for a paddle boat cruise.
But where
and
is
then
Webster
lunch.
Lake?
In Webster. And actually Webster Lake is the shortened version. The name is like so long. It's
I don't know.
so long, the name of the lake, but they just call it Webster Lake.
So how
for
far
short.
away is Webster?
Maybe an hour and a half,
Oh, okay.
maybe
Oh,
an hour. Yeah. And October 12th is a great time because hopefully, that's usually like peak foliage. So
it should be.
hopefully we'll have good color on our trees this year. So it'll be good. And then we have coming up on Monday, July 10th, we have a cooking demonstration or salad demonstration. Chef David Oppenheim, who has done cooking demos for us for a few years now, he's going to demonstrate and put together some yummy summer salads that you might think of putting together if you're going to a cookout or something like
Okay.
that. So
that'd be good.
Yep. So that is July 10th, Monday at 1:30 in the afternoon. I love salads. I love salads when it's so hot to have a nice crisp salad with fruit or, veggies.
I wait for the
fresh
real tomatoes, the real tomatoes,
Real
not the fake
tomatoes.
ones that we see now, but the
No, I
real
know.
ones.
I
It's my
know.
favorite food in the whole world.
Yeah.
It even beats chocolate.
Yeah. And on Thursday, July 6th, we have, if anyone's interested, and I'd be happy to take you on the bus over to Rentham Outlets, one of my favorite places
And that's a
to
great
go.
spot. Absolutely.
And if you go during the day, usually, actually, Monday and Tuesday night is the best time to go to the outlets because nobody's there. But we're going on the 6th, and we'll leave about, 10 o'clock, and we'll get there for a couple of hours of shopping if you're interested. And you never know, it's like summer things will be on clearance and the new fall things will be coming in maybe, so it should be a good time to go shopping.
Oh, sounds good. That's
Yeah,
like a lot
so-
of stuff.
Yeah, we do have a lot. We do have a lot. It's amazing how you just things fall into place. And then for some people, we oftentimes during the year, we have these video classes we get from the great courses. And we have one we're going to start on Tuesday afternoon starting July 11th. So it'll be 6 weeks, I believe, at 1:30. And this is on, the title is My Favorite Universe. And it's talking about the universe, matter, energy, physics. So it's a whole different, the last one we had was on the Civil War, but this is a whole different topic. And talking about, how laws of physics affect us here on Earth? Does it affect in other parts of the universe? So it's just very, it should be pretty interesting if you're interested in things like that.
Yeah.
So and again, it's just another way to get people out of the house, come into the center, get a little information, spend some time with people, and enjoy yourself.
Overall, is attendance up or down during the summer at the center?
So we talked about that briefly, and this morning I was like, oh my God, it's so busy in here on a Monday morning. So I don't know. It's, honestly, it's day by day. Some days where you think you're going to be mobbed, you're not.
Yeah.
And some days when you think it's going to be slow,
And
it's
crap.
busy. I think it all depends upon people's schedule. I think it depends upon how people are feeling physically, and I think what's offered. That's the other thing, So we try to offer a lot. And one thing we have started, and I want to say, is Mahjong, and that is Mondays at 2 o'clock. And so we've taken away the bridge space and we filled it with Mahjong.
Sure, why not?
So, yep, so now they don't, so Mahjong's a really interesting game. I do not understand it. I wasn't in the classes that Mara Nislik taught. She taught for 6 weeks for the group for Mahjong. But they're little tiles, little like Chinese tiles. And that's what they used to play with. So I sat in there last week just trying to watch them and get a brief idea of what you're supposed to do. But it's a little complicated, but they're mastering it, which is great. So
It is
now,
good.
So now we have a regular Mahjong time, which is wonderful.
It's good for people my age to learn something new, too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. So it's all good. And I think went through the whole newsletter. So now I just have to get the newsletter up on the website.
Absolutely. That's your next chore.
That's what I'm going to do when I go back there.
That sounds good. So no specific problems or happiness or anything, just pretty much run of the mill so far?
It's never run of the mill. It's always happiness at the center.
It usually is.
Yes.
It usually is.
Yes, it's a great place. So we good staff, good
It's a wonderful
people,
staff. I've
good
said
staff,
that
good
before,
people.
but
Yep.
it definitely is.
Yep, so we're very lucky there. I think Medfield's very lucky to have such a beautiful center. And people come in, I love it when people come in, especially now that it has painted. Now the floors look absolutely beautiful, the tile floors. The hardwood floors will be done soon, hopefully this summer. But when they come in and they say, oh, how old is this building? And you tell them it's 9 years old and they'll say, oh, it looks brand new. It just makes me feel really good.
That's great.
Yep.
Okay, well, I guess that ends our talk today. And, any final word for anybody?
If you haven't been to the center at Medfield on Icehouse Road, then please come in and say hello and let us meet you. And if anyone out there is interested in that board position that was left by Neil DeRoss leaving, and again, thank you, Neil. Definitely come in, and if you want to talk to me, I have information about board members' responsibilities. Would love to fill that position. So always looking for new energy and new ideas.
That's a good note to end on. Okay, well, thank you, people at home. Thank you very much for watching Medfield TV, and I hope you'll continue to watch it, and I certainly thank Roberta for coming every month and giving us a rundown on what's happening up there. So I hope you enjoy watching happenings at the center, and tune us in again next month. Thank you.
Medfield TV, community shows.